Big card again this weekend at the Apex. Let's welcome our first guest, Dan Argueta. Dan, how are you?
Good. How's it going, guys?
Not too bad. We appreciate your time. I always say this, it's Wednesday. It's just the start of quote-unquote fight week. What is fight week like for you?
Fight week is like being a little kid at school and you got your birthday party on the weekend. Everyone knows it's your birthday party. Everyone's going to be talking about it, and I'm excited.
If it's okay with you, I'm going to steal that. I'm going to start using that because I would always say, is it like the last week of school? And, Saturday is the first day, of summer. I like your analogy better.
Yeah, it's my birthday party.
It's your birthday party. Great. I guess the bad thing is, your party's later in the afternoon or evening and not first thing in the morning.
Yeah, that, and you're going to be nervous sweating all day.
How do you relax? Speaking of that, how do you relax? Do you relax? Do you try not to think about what's on hand Saturday, your birthday party? Or are you dwelling on my birthday party in 4 days?
No, I think about it. I think I'm pretty balanced, but if you don't think about it, you're ignoring something that's inevitable. So for myself, I take my mind off it by hanging out with my coaches and I'll bring a couple friends with me. Smile as much as possible, laugh as much as possible, and continue to train and work out, lose the weight.
My good friend Eve Edwards from back in the day used to always say, the work is everything you did up to fight week. Your reward is your birthday party on Saturday.
Yep. I wish that were the case. Because I still have, a little bit of weight to lose. So I can't really afford to take a whole week off. So I still train. I treat the fight like any normal day, That's how I show up at my best.
So Dan, I know with the new age guys, it's so important to have a social media presence, and I love looking at your Facebook or your Instagram page, your posts. I mean, the 50 caliber gun, right, long range rifles, and but then you posted something about your life as a DVD movie, and Randy came from an era before movies, right, Randy?
Before movies,
radio.
Out in front of people. But talk about that. I mean, how much time do you put into letting people know the real you behind the fighter?
Not a lot, to be honest. I just have fun with it. I've been getting a lot of compliments on it lately, but I just post what I like. I look at it this way. You're at the sports bar with your buddies. You're watching ESPN. You watch me fight. First thing you do is, man, who's this jack dude on the TV right now? So what do? They go on their phones, go on social media. They're already watching me fight on TV. So they're going to be looking at what's all the extra stuff this guy did. Oh, he shoots guns. He goes to parties. He hangs out with this person. I don't need him to know I'm only sorry, watch my mouth. I don't need him to know that I'm only training and fighting. I want people who watch the sport to know that we have other interests, we're normal people, and that we're relatable.
Well, it's so important you say that, because there was a documentary with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's called Pumping Up, right? And it's a legendary film about bodybuilding, and he talks about some of the greatest bodybuilders. They just wanted to live in the dungeon and lift weights, and they had very impressive physiques, but they had no personality. And that's what Arnold a star was, that he could actually relate to people outside of the sport. And I think you do a fantastic job of doing that. Your content's entertaining. It's funny. I watch some of the reels and your Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, and I think you're a star, man. You're doing it the right way.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I just, like I said, I just hope that other people can relate to me the same way I know I can relate to them.
Well, and that's important, I think, for people to want to watch you. A UFC fan, an MMA fan's going to watch you. They're going to know you. They're going to, be, intrigued on your upcoming fight. But it's the other fans, the fans that we're still trying. I come from UFC 1 days, where we're trying to get more fans. As we're bringing more fans over, we need to find it. And through your social media and all social media, it gives people a reason to either like or dislike. But the most important thing is to watch.
Yup, definitely. Hey, man, I get mad when people don't like me. I'm like, what's your reason? I'll probably still like you.
You and I may need to sit down, over a pizza or something, because I like when people dislike me. It motivates me.
Really?
It's so natural for people to dislike me, so I just roll with it.
Oh, but
Well, Dan, Randy said for years that to become a Conor McGregor, to be an absolute superstar of a sport, or this sport in particular, you have to be equally loved as you are hated, because you get 100% of the revenue. That people pay.
Well, 100% of the eyes.
Right, 100% of the eyes are but you're getting everybody's attention, whether they're there to hate you or they're there to love you.
I guess that's correct. I guess I ignore the ones that hate me.
You got to embrace them, baby.
You got to embrace it,
because they'll make you a star.
Yeah.
They're going to make you a bigger platform.
I always talk about one of my fondest memories is I was in the entourage of a former WBO cruiserweight champ, Tyrone Booz, who recently passed away, and I carried his belt down the ramp when he defended and he lost in Hamburg, Germany, and we were booed for a good 20 minutes during the national anthem. And to me, that was the coolest thing ever. To be hated because of who I am, where I'm from, outside of this country, to me was a cool night.
I did, in my early fights, I liked being the bad guy. I was always on the road. I liked that feeling. Now I would say, I don't know. It's been a while since I fought for a crowd.
True.
I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. But you're right what you said about Conor. It is both sides of it. I should embrace that other side more. I've had people say some really awful things on my social media. I think last week some guy said, "Your head's too big for your body." So I went on his page, clicked. I went on his page. I clicked the photo of his baby, and I said, "Your baby's head is too big for its body."
Bravo! That's trolling at its best.
I've done that. What's another one?
Well, but here's the thing.
The guy said, "You suck at grappling," or "You suck at wrestling," or something like this. So I click on his page, and there's a picture of him getting his blue belt in jiu-jitsu. So I said, "Hey, congrats on your blue belt." The guy messaged me back, "Hey, I'm sorry for the mean message." He deleted his comment. And fucking assholes.
He said trucking. For everybody that's listening, trucking.
Yeah, I said sorry.
but see,
and I said bassholes.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
But there's the thing. When you put yourself out there, when you put the videos of your mom in the octagon and you're handing her your belt and the support that you have from your family, you're always going to get trolls that are going to come at you. So, doing it the right way, keeping it comical and fun is the right approach, man. So, but just remember, every time you put yourself out there, you're going to get, BS back.
Well, and from my standpoint, I'm looking forward to the future, Dan, because I just started following you on Instagram. So I'm going to watch everything you post from here on out.
Shoot me a message so I know not to write nice stuff to you.
Oh, okay.
You'll see him watching DVDs on some of his reels.
No, you messed it up.
In the dark.
It wasn't My Life's Like a DVD movie. It was My Life's Like a straight to DVD movie.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
see, I don't even have to explain.
That's
You remember those movies?
Are you a fan of other sports? What other sports or teams or athletes do you like to watch and follow?
You know, I don't really watch any other sports. I don't got time.
What about wrestling? Are you a wrestling fan? And if so,
okay, yeah. I watch wrestling.
Heels? Do they appeal to you because you like being the bad guy when you first started your career, or are you a babyface?
Oh, that wrestling. I thought we were talking about like college wrestling.
Thank you. I appreciate it. See, Matt and I fight all the time in real life. We're really not friends, even though he thinks we are. And so he's always talked about.
Let me talk to the other guy.
Yeah, what do you got?
Oh, he wants. Okay. Yeah, you and I was on your side. You know what I was saying is Matt's always saying that basketball tournament is the greatest tournament, in sports, and I'm like, you are an idiot because the wrestling tournament is the greatest thing that I watch every year.
Yeah, it's pretty intriguing. This year was really cool.
Go back after Matt. But I'm going to sit back and listen to this.
There's no Hulk Hogan leg drops in the middle of the NCAA wrestling tournament. Woo!
True. By the way,
WWE.
R.I.P. to the Iron Sheik.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure. There was nobody that did it better, and during that time period, probably way before you were born. He
was a real wrestler, right?
Yeah, a real wrestler. He represented his country. Ironically, I watched the documentary on I don't know if it's the USA Network or where they have all the WWE things the night before he passed away. And he talked about, how he was in with the Sheik and all that, and then something happened to his idol, who was also an Olympic wrestler, and that's when he left the country, and then he came here, and during that was the time of the dislike, Iran and the States, and here he is, the evil heel, the Iron Sheik, and the way he got booed out of every stadium, and he loved it, and what a nice guy he really was. That's the beauty of the whole story.
Yeah,
I love how you
talk
like word. Ironic.
I was gonna say the same thing. Play on words.
Really, that's why Randy is a legend and the OG of the UFC because he comes up with lines like that.
All right. Speaking of the UFC, I don't want any of them to get upset at me. So let's talk about Saturday. Give me your thoughts on your opponent.
Hey man, I like Ronnie. He's cool. We've been following each other's careers for the last couple of years. Nice guy. I saw him yesterday. I'm here to take his lunch money though. I'm ready to go fight. I'm ready to start my career with the UFC at 135 and hit a roll, man. I was 8-0. That crap took me 3 years. I want to get back to that. I want to get back to that hot streak that I was on.
Sure. I'm more amazed at the 135 and the 145. I mean, I haven't been that since, I don't know, the 6th grade.
Well, let me spit out my coffee.
I always tell all of you fighters when you come on, obviously it's fight week, and you even mentioned, the weight cut and all that. My next weight cut will be my cremation.
It's true.
And that's true.
That's quite the water cut.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Are you watching? Do you have time to watch this season of The Ultimate Fighter? And if so, what are your thoughts so far?
Well, my friend Roosevelt got the fastest knockout.
Yes, he did.
Absolutely.
That was badass. And I just watched the second episode. I feel for Mondo.
I think
fans, few opportunities.
Absolutely. I think fans don't understand. They like a fighter, they root for a fighter. As much as you're happy for the one fighter, it's the exact opposite. It's 180-degree different for the other fighter and what they're going through. And, it's not all about the win here, the compassion and that's what I like about Jason Knight in the second episode, how, and they're all his opponents. I hate when they're called teams on The Ultimate Fighter because ultimately you may have to fight, that teammate. But here Jason Knight is kind of lifting the head up of the opponent, that lost, and, keep your head up, things will get better. And I thought that showed a lot about his character and the character of you guys.
yeah, it was a special experience when I was there. You know, I something that I did after I lost, because I was so down, I wrote a letter to my dad and to my girlfriend every single day after I lost, apologizing for losing and saying how I'm sorry, I fucked up.
Trucked up.
I messed up. I messed up, and I'm done fighting. I tried making it, and I couldn't. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. Sorry, Alejandra. And I wrote those letters for 2 weeks, really just thinking, oh, man, what am I going to do when I get out of this house? I got out of the house on like a Friday, and I didn't talk to my family until Monday because I was so ashamed. I didn't call anyone. I didn't let anyone know I was out of the house. Then finally, my dad called me. He goes, hey, your girlfriend told me that you're home. I missed you so much. And I was like, I know, I lost. He goes, I know, I already found out. He goes, I don't even care. He goes, your foot's in the door. You're there. I was like, what? He's like, you're there already. I was like, yeah, but I told you I'd be in the UFC before I was 28. I said this to him when I was 22 years old. And I was turning 28 in like 3 weeks or something. And he was like, you're going to be 28 for a whole year. And I was like, damn. I got into the UFC a month and a half before I turned 29.
Wow.
Wow, what a story.
It's short memory, right? You have to have short memory no matter what happened, in the last fight, win or loss.
Yeah, but I was keeping my word with my dad. And when he said it to me like that, like, hey, you're going to be 28 for an entire year.
That's it. This movie's not straight to DVD.
No, that's way. It's big, baby. No, because you know what, your message resonates with so many people, and your story needs to be told. I mean, people that are dealing with this that don't have that kind of support system, that don't have a father figure in their life right now, whether from abandonment or incarceration, just that. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You're one step closer. Randy tells a great story about the Petty family, the racing iconic family, about how the name Richard Petty opened up doors, and if you're born into the family, you automatically have this platform to become a professional race car driver. And Kyle Petty says, look, yes, my family name got me in the door, but it's my work ethic and my performance that keeps me here. And so I think your story resonates with so many, bro, and you got to get it out there more. That story needs to be out there for real on the big screen.
Yeah, one day there's more parts to it that, led me to wanting to be on The Ultimate Fighter. So one day when the platform's big enough and I know that people need to hear it, it'll be out there. I just want to show everyone that there's light at the end of the tunnel and don't give up.
The birthday candles are in the cake. They're prepared for Saturday. What can the fans expect when you return to the Octagon Saturday night?
I'm ready to be fucking mean.
Trucking.
Mean.
Trucking.
I'm ready to be mean, man. My whole camp, I kind of hold back a little bit because I like to take care of my training partners. And it feels like once I get to the fight, my coaches take the leash off me and they say, go.
Easy enough. Can't wait for Saturday. There you go. Dan, thank you very much for your time. Have fun at the party on Saturday.
Heck yeah.
I know we have
Thank you.
I know we have your mailing address. We're going to send you a care package from 8 Man Strong, as well as a nice little package from Bucked Up Energy Drink. So enjoy those and enjoy the party. Enjoy the fight on Saturday. Have a good time.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a good one.
You as
See you,
well.
brother.
We'll talk again soon. That is
Don't
Dan
forget.
Argueta.
Don't forget my birthday present. Bye.
That's good.
It is good. Let's hit a break. This is Knockout Radio, brought to you by 8 Man Strong and Staff Son.